Hey guys, it's Sarah here from New England Junk Journals. I'm on to do a thrift haul video. This one I think is probably going to end up being like Thrift Haul Marathon 2025. I've got quite a lot here. This is all stuff, I think. This is all stuff from this year. It will be quite a long video. So I want to show you guys some really cool stuff. Now this is from a mixture of places. This is from my recycling shop. It's the place that I call it the transfer station. That's what we call them here. They're basically your solid waste management places where if you don't have regular trash pickup at your house, you have to bring your trash and your recycling to the dump. And so mine has a wonderful little swap shop and a really big bin where people will throw their unwanted books to get pulped for recycling. So I do sort through there probably at least once a week and grab what I think doesn't need to be destroyed. I wish I could grab more, but I can't. So let me show you. So some of the stuff's from the transfer station, some is from Goodwill, some came from my sister, and some came from the Antique Bookstore that I really, really love. Speaking of that, I do have a walkthrough video that I will be posting pretty soon, so you guys can see that really, really cool bookstore. Yeah, and just you can bask in its old bookishness. All right, let's get started. So to start out with, I want to show you these that I got from Goodwill. These are so cute. I almost never find like vintage playing cards there, and definitely not vintage playing cards still in their wrapper. So these light blue kind of tealish background with this pretty cat. Those are all sealed. This one that is like a pheasant background. It even has a little ticket from Grants on it. It's really, really old and dirty. And then this one was partially open package, but the plastic was all cracked and kind of grungy, so I did take them out of the packaging. You can see that it's got some wear on the first card, but these are really cute. I mean, they're in great condition. I would guess they're probably, I think all of these are probably about mid-century from the design. So yeah, super excited about those. Sorry about my sniffling. It is springtime, finally. And even though we did have just a major snowstorm, it's already starting to melt and go away, and the sun's out and bright. And that means that the pollen is starting to come out, I guess. It's probably between that and the fact that there's a bunch of dusty old books here. To be honest, that's probably what it is. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do this one since it's in my hands. So it's just a really old roll of adding tape. Very caramelized and vintage looking. I haven't opened it to see. Yeah, you can see a little bit the color difference right there. But the edges have that nice patina to them. I'll try to do some like paper snippet rolls with those. That'll be really great. There was this package of playing cards. This is Fighter Deck. And I didn't see a copyright, but I think they're pretty old, judging by the format of this little sticker here. So these are cool. I can get them open. Oh yeah, there we go. And they all have different airplanes on them. Aircraft. They have different aircraft. So I thought that was cool. Speaking of that, I also found this Knowledge Through Color book by Bantam Publishing. It's aircraft from balloons to jumbo jets. This is copyright in 1972. And just has all kinds of really interesting pictures of aircraft in it and their history. So I figured those two things went really well together. This one is called Gotcha, fast action card game of bluff and excitement. I have no idea. 1989. But look, oh my gosh, I love the back of these. They're so cute. And look at this. It's so retro. Oh yeah, it reminds me of the 70s for sure. So I don't know, like it was published in 89, but for some reason they went back to this really like retro style. I guess the original copyright was 1984. I don't know, but I like it. It reminds me of, I don't know if anybody has ever watched the old series called The Prisoner. It was 1967, I believe, was when it came out. Oh my goodness. That's what this reminds me of. And, oh, I found these. They were in a big box that came into the transfer station, these Dennison labels. So there's not a ton left in here, I don't think. But there are a few. So I'm going to keep those with the rest of my labels. I have some slightly similar to this, these red Dennison labels. So I'll keep those together. This is an unopened package of index cards, but if you can see, it has like discoloring already on the edge. So, and who can't use more large index cards? These are just some old paper tablets. There's 3 of them. And I did get this from my sister. They're just some paper flower embellishments. This came from the transfer station as well, but on getting it home, a lot of the pages are really, really wrinkled, ripped, and even water damaged. So I think what I'm going to do is save what I can of the book block, which is not going to be a ton, but I really want to keep the cover. I love this cover here. I think that'd be great for a winter journal. So yeah, definitely want to keep that. Now I have to figure out where I'm going to put everything as I shuffle it through. I think that'll work. Okay, so I have this here. This came from the Antique Bookstore. Mother Goose Rhymes. And it's so beautiful inside. Now this is by Platt and Monk Company, publishers. Edited by Waddy Piper and illustrated by Margot Austin. And the copyright is 1940. So the pages are definitely, there's some torn spots on the bottom. There's some rips. But they've got these gorgeous, gorgeous images. Look how cute. Love the colors in these. And I have been using Meta AI lately to help me with different things. And one of the things is doing copyright checks. So this book is actually in the public domain. So even though it was printed in 1941, between certain years, if the copyright was not renewed, then despite it not being 100 years old yet, it is in the public domain. So there was like this little loophole. So that's one great thing that AI can do and help you out with, is doing those copyright checks, which is awesome. So let me keep moving here. I'm gonna do the fabrics here on the side. So this fabric was picked up by my sister recently. I did not check to see if it had a branding strip. Here we go. Fabric Tradition, 1990 copyright. The Country Homespun Collection. So yeah, really cute. I like that. I was able to pick up this cute heart-shaped doily at the transfer station. This is actually a shirt, an old shirt, but look at this fabric. I definitely want to repurpose this, but it's so nice. I think this came from my sister as well. This beautiful piece of needlework. It's like cut work and crochet. But those are really cute. So it's just a small piece, but it's perfect. This is a handkerchief. Look at this interesting little design of this like little guy. Not really sure who he is, but I don't know, it's cute. It's got little fingers. Yep. Oh, she found these popcorn bags for me. These Mighty Pop popcorn bags. They're not vintage, they're just cute. And they're a large size, so I'd have to use them in a large journal or to send stuff out in Happy Mail. This came from the transfer station, and it is a sheet. Look at it though, it's got these cute little blue roses on this blue gingham background. I love it. Next, this is also very large, but let's see if I can, I'll show you the corners. It's got this cut work here. And the name has like, oh, what is the name of this style here? It's completely gone out of my head, but I know there's a name for it. But look at that cute embroidery. And there's those two pieces on every corner. And in the middle, it has this leaf with all of this around it. I love it. It's so cute. All of these linens need to be washed though. Let's see, I'll move this over here. These three came from the transfer station. These were in the book bin. They'd already had their covers ripped off of them, so I'm not sure what the design would have been like. But these are the Popular Mechanics Do-It-Yourself Encyclopedia. And I only saved about 3 of them. There was a whole bunch, but I didn't really have room at the time for them. But they have just these great little images. So cute. I like these would be great for collage. These are going to be perfect, even for journaling cards, anything like that. They've got all different projects in them. Oh, this one's got quite an index. I wonder if they're all like that. No, just that one. There's a ton in here, though. A lot of stuff that you can do with these images. Look at this one. Oh, that's cool. Like blueprints. Very neat. So there's a mixture of stuff here. This is just a old vintage tin that I picked up. It says Alan Maley. Yeah, it's got to get cleaned out. It's not super vintage. It's 1998 Olive Can Company, but looking inside you wouldn't know it's not that vintage because it looks pretty beat up. But yeah. At the transfer station, they had some other stuff. This is Nature's Way Natural Food Center catalog from March 1977. And I just thought that the ads in here might be really interesting. So I'll go through and I'll harvest some fun stuff out of here. This I got just because it was a story of Emily Dickinson. And I think I'm just going to read this. It's got a lot of her poetry in here. So these three, actually, I have a buddy at the transfer station that sometimes keeps an eye out for me because things move really quickly, especially in the book bin. Things move really quickly and they can be there one day and then pulped the next day. So he set these aside in case I wanted them. This is the People's Common Sense Medical Advisor by R.V. Pierce, M.D. And it is quite old. And some of it's pretty brittle. But it's got a signature in it. Very unique. Yours truly, R.V. What did I say his name was? Pierce. R.V. Pierce, M.D. So this is a signed copy. And I'm looking for the copyright. The preface to the present edition was written in 1895. So that's about as accurate as we're going to get. But of course, it's just a medical book with stuff on physiology, physical anatomy, all that good stuff. And it's got some plants. It's got a bit of a herbal. I don't know what this is, but a cool piece of ephemera. Oh, there we go. An old-fashioned, like a, what do you call those things? It's like a little lamp that you fill it with water, like saline solution. You clean your nostrils. One of those. Oh, here we go. We've got all kinds of people. Doctors, I assume, or medical professionals. Or, I take it back, they're all testimonials. So here are people attesting to the cures. Oh, that is so cool. I like that. That is interesting. Yep. That'll make some great, there's some more testimonials. Very cool. One of the things that I found in those boxes that had just come in was this, a book without a title. It's since gotten all kind of mixed up because of transportation, but it's just these really cool art pages with different, like, they're different thicknesses for sure, but different pieces of stamped art. We've got like a porcupine and some mushrooms and a bunny. These are a spider. I don't want that one. Make it go away. But these would be awesome folded and put into signatures. That'd be good for an autumn or even a summer journal, I think, with all these critters. A naturalist journal. Oh, I love them. They're on different textures and different weights of paper. And I don't have any information about this book. whether it was like a mass-produced book or somebody self-published it, or just a project that they did. But I love it. I love all the different colors. Oh, it's so beautiful. This one's very lightweight paper. Yeah. Anyway, there's a bunch of that. So that'll be fun to play with for sure. This, let me see, what was this? Francis Bacon, Our Shakespeare. Again, another Shakespeare book that has like this wonderful like handmade paper. This was published in 1902. This is more where the other one was really stiff. This is much more soft paper. But again, it's got that, oh, look at that. Lovely deckled edge. Those ruffled pages. They're soft. Some of them haven't even been cut. Yeah, this one hasn't even been cut on this edge. Yeah. This is really, really nice soft paper. That's going to be a ton of fun to work with. This one, Little Schoolmates. This is another one of those very fragile aged papers. 1908. And I'm going to have to take the staples if this is stapled. Yeah. I'm going to have to try to get these staples out so that I can save these pages and try to scan them. I've got sweet little pictures in here, although a lot of them are kind of darkened, so they might need a little bit of help, a little bit of editing on the computer to get the contrast right. This one is a large Dover book, Early Advertising Art, typographical volume. And it is big. How many books of typography does one need? I don't know. Copyright 1947 by Clarence Hordung, and copyright 1956 by Dover Publications. But again, it is a bunch of typography like we saw in the previous book, but it has more text, more words, more fonts, so it's a little bit different. I think it's going to be funner to collage with this stuff. And you've got some script pages. Yeah, very cool. Oh, and the borders in the back too. That's nice. There were some other books. Barbie's Fashion Success, 1962 by Mattel. It's a Random House book. Don't know that I'm gonna make any Barbie books, but I thought oh yeah, it's ready to come apart too. It's ready to be a junk journal for somebody. Fashion Success. It was a golden handbook of kites, which I thought was interesting. Some fun pictures here. The first page is all ripped out. That's a bummer. Couple of Hardy Boys books that need some TLC. This one, the back cover was already missing. It's Bennets Refformation, I assume, index. 18 77 maybe is the inscription there. But it is in Roman numerals. What is it? MDCCC XX1IX. So 1,500. So 1829, I believe. Let me know if I got that correct. 1829. It's got some really, really nice pages in here. But it's just an index. It's nothing like super exciting other than the paper itself. And if it is from 1829, then this would be rag paper, which it feels like it definitely could be. Yeah. And then again, let's see if I can get this off at some point. The Bobbsey twins' own little ferry boat. Yep. Just got it for the cover. Really cute. Next is this old book that I cannot read. I cannot read what it says. I think it might say Boston, or no, maybe book something. The cover is completely gone except for a little bit on the front and back, but it was an elementary music book. There we go, elementary department. So this is already halfway to being a collage. Trying to think if, let's see if one of these will fold. Yeah, it might survive a fold. That's pretty good. Yeah, I don't see any cracking. Oh, awesome. So that's nice. I don't know what the copyright is on this, but yeah, the pages can at least be folded, so that's cool. I'll be able to do a couple things with that then. This is the American Red Cross textbook on home hygiene and care of the sick, 4th edition. And revised 1933. So I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, there are some little pictures and things in it. I think that can be used. The text, of course. Yeah, there we go. There's one there. Skeleton. What is this? It's going to be some music. The clef. That's cute. Oh, there's a bunch of paper stuck in here, so I'll have to see what that's about. But yeah, there's a bunch in there that can be used. Now from the Antique Bookstore, there's this, the Piper Pamlin by Robert Browning, illustrated by Kate Greenaway. Printed in the USA. I don't believe there was a copyright for this one, but I will double check with Meta to see if, I know her works are in the public domain in general, but I'll see about this particular book. But yeah, very nice. Now, I think the rest of these pretty much all came... Oh, no, let me get the last two. These also came from the Antique Bookstore. Why can I not think of that? I think I may have another one of these because this looks really familiar. But this was Teacher's Edition from 1972. And it's just full of really, really cool text and fonts, and eventually there's some pictures. Here we go. Isn't that cool? Yeah, lots of different styles. This is more like kind of like an Eric Carle type style. Wow. Yeah, some of it's really interesting. Some of it's really cute. I like that. My favorite breakfast is a fried egg sandwich. My dog's favorite breakfast is porridge. 3 little fish. Oh, look at this. This is very 70s. That's cool. Neat. Sounds of Laughter. It's a California state textbook. Yeah, I really feel like I've had one of these before. I don't know why. 1966. Alright, these are all gonna go falling, falling, falling. Oh yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I like that. The rest of these came from the transfer station that I have in this pile. A Golden Book First Thesaurus. This is 1985. And it's just nice. Nice paper to use in some signatures or in some collage. It's all glued in. They're not stitched. So they would be single pages. But I thought it was good. This one, the spine is completely falling apart, but it is a copy of Pinocchio. (1981). And it's a very unique style of illustration. It's very artsy. Like a certain kind of art, I guess, or certain art style. It looks very absurd, some of the pictures. That's interesting. Like, I don't remember that being part of Pinocchio's story, but I'll have to reread it and see if I forgot. There we go. I do remember this. The candle wick. Monstro. Interesting. Yeah, very, very interesting. I actually want to read this now. This came from there too. It's called Peter's Family. I gotta try to get some of this pencil off. This is a Scott Forsman and Company reader. Well, it's a study of home life, social studies program curriculum from 1949. Again, I'm going to have to run this through. Oh, no, maybe I have answered my own question. It does have previous copyrights, so I doubt that this is in the public domain then. But it's been well loved with pencil, but it's got all kinds of really nice illustrations in here still. I love these that have the small little squares. I think there's another, yeah, there's a bunch of these kind of pages where you've got little quad pictures. So this one is a little bit of a vintage, like a little bit more pronounced of a vintage smell than some of the other stuff in my collection. So we'll see if that will, if I can get it to tone down. This companion library copy of Heidi. just kind of a standard old novel, but I really liked the cover, and it does have some nice sketches in here. This is the story of the Little Mermaid. I had not seen this before. It's by Encyclopedia Britannica from 1968. But look at the illustrations in here, guys. It's like from an old, like, 60s animated film is what it looks like. And it probably is. Love, like, look at that. Such a cute story. Look at this. It looks like the old, like, silly symphonies type style of animation. Really, really cute. Yeah, I had to pick this one up. So, so sweet. Another copy of The 12 Days of Christmas. 1991. The Gingerbread Boy. This is a little apple book by Landau. 1993. And it's just so sweet. It's so cute. Reminds me of my childhood books. Here is a little golden book of cats. Really sweet. I'd love to do a couple cat journals eventually. And then this is Ways of Living in Many Lands. So it's another old, like, reader from the American Book Company, 1938. To Dolly from Aunt Edith, Dolly Hooper. And let's see here. $1937 copyright. It's just another kind of like a geography or social studies reader from the time. It's got a lot of really cool stuff in here. Different cultures, reading recommendations. Yeah, just really cute. So I have a few more things here from Goodwill. One is this guidebook for the Marines, which is very old. 1968, military pass. Admit one to the big all-star show for the USO and a galaxy of other stars. Brian Sullivan, Rosemary Clooney, Rosie Greer, Danny Thomas, Bob Hope, and Margaret, Jeremy Durante, Johnny Grant, Frankie Avalon, The Honeys Limited. Wow, that is so cool. I did not even see that tucked in there. Oh my gosh. I just saw this. 1967. It's a book of the Marines, Marine tradition. All kinds of stuff in here. Yeah, very cool. And then I did pick up this Raggedy Amber. Hopefully that comes off with a heat gun. 15th printing, 1980. This one, I wasn't sure if I wanted to pick it up or not, but it's so sweet. It's really cute. This one I don't have in my collection yet, so I picked up this Thumbelina. Probably, I assume, from like the 90s, 1993. But and it's got like pictures by Tenggren. Really sweet. Again, if this hadn't been only 95 cents, I wouldn't have picked it up either, but it is a Goodnight Moon. But I just saw this, you know, cloth binding sticking out. And I said, oh, that looks like something that I'm going to want. And 1947, this may be like a actual old copy. And the colors are just so beautiful. It's so sweet. And then this, again, it's one of those things that like the cover really caught me because of the style of the font and everything. Very vintage, old, retro. It's only, I think, original copyright 1940, but this was printed in like 1989. So it is just a tally book, a ledger book of expenditures and stuff. But it looks good. I can coffee dye it to make it look even better. But yeah, very cool. Let's see, I think this was from the transfer station. Not 100% because I got this way earlier. 1915, and it's an arithmetic book. It's just really nice. A really nice arithmetic book. It's great. This is a guide to Egypt. And it came with a couple of these postcards from Egypt. Series number 607, B1 and B5. Those are cool. And this is from the 60s, I believe. I take that back. 1956. And they have these fold out maps that look really great. Different information and pictures of Egypt, and those great fold out maps. This one is Snowbound at Eagles. It's got a great embossed cover and the gold. This is copyright 1986. Great old paper. I'm sorry, 1886. Did I say 1986? 1886. It is an antique. And this one by Northern Lakes by W.W. Walker. Love that. Really nice cover. Somebody took out the flyleaf here, but it's got a cute design on it. 1896. Got a plate here at the beginning. Reminiscences of life in Ontario field missions. So we've got a few plates throughout. Wow. Interesting. Reverend Richard Clark. So very cool. This one was there. It was a Nestle's Perfect Endings Dessert and Beverage Cookbook. And it's one of those little flip-up books like that from 1962. Definitely got some aging and wear and tear, but these cute pictures. Yeah, great stuff in there. Now this is Shakespeareana illustrated. Books, manuscripts, autograph letters, documents, and pictures. I don't know exactly when this was published, but it says books arranged alphabetically from 1530 to 1698. Now, I don't pretend to flatter myself to think that this book is actually that old, 1698, but this paper is quite interesting. It's quite thick, and it's definitely been like handmade paper. It's got beautiful foxing on it. It's quite sturdy. And I almost want to say it does have some rag content to it. It's quite crinkly though. So, I don't know. I should have asked him more about it when I was there. But it's definitely going to be fun to work with. That's for sure. Some pages feel thicker than others. But you can see how lovely and old and raggedy it is. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's got a color plate in it. So it's definitely not like 1700s or anything like that. It's not that old. But the paper is really, really, really nice. There's also this National Book Club pictorial dictionary. And I guess this is for solving like puzzles in newspapers and stuff like that. You know, if they had like if they were looking for a specific plant, or there's all kinds of stuff in here, not just plants. Those are orchids, thistles, birds' nests, different birds, different swords, different armor pieces, weapons, Roman columns or columns in general. So this I thought would be really great for collage. There's so much in here. Furniture and fish and shells. So very cool stuff. Here's another really old book, the Kitty Cat Stories. And I mean, you can see this is like that very delicate, fragile pulp paper. So this will have to get scanned. It's from 1930. I guess it was just like a really inferior paper process that they used in these that made them so brittle. I've had quite a few of these before. And they just fall apart. This is cute. I know it's not antique or anything, but it's The Book of Opposites by Peter Spear. Fast, slow, high, low. Sometimes they have an estate that they buy out, and so they just get boxes of books and sort through them and decide what they want to keep. So I was allowed to look through, I don't know, 5 or so boxes that had just come in. And I thought I would really like this one. What did I say? Or did I say? I didn't. 1972. Just kind of cute. This stuff could get fussy cut, or they're nice wide pages. They could get folded into a signature for some fun. Oh, it comes with a pocket. Nice. Here is Cedar Creek, A Tale of Canadian Life from the Canada series. I don't know what that series is, but I liked the cover and I liked the paper inside. And the copyright is gone, which is disappointing. The paper is really, really nice. And look at that boxing. Hopefully you can see it. It's just beautiful. Just gorgeous paper. Then I have this Dover book. Also came from that lot. An older Dover book, but it's just decorative alphabets that you can use. And we've got illuminated, well, these are like Celtic kind of letters. Then we have more illuminated kind of letters. It's like maybe German. Yeah, all kinds of fun stuff. Well, yeah, there we go. All kinds of fun stuff. Lots and lots and lots. Yeah. The rest of these in these lot, I think, came from the Antique Bookstore. I have another copy of the New Practical Arithmetic by Greenleaf. Look at that beautiful embossed spine. The cover is a little bit hard to read, but it says, in accordance to Greenleaf's New Practical Arithmetic. And this is 1868. Great paper in here. Very, very lovely. Okay, what is this? Ooh. Here's an old envelope. Empty envelope, but you would order our latest style book for your friends and relatives. Cool. Love that. But yeah, lots of great paper in here. These are always fun to find. I found a few of these. The outside is really beat up. But these are those old, oh, and drawn on. Eesh. These are like old lithograph books. They would be like an old gift book. So this is Links of Memory. Couples and Leon Company from New York. And they've got poetry in here and then just gorgeous Victorian lithographs. So, so nice. I think I have another one of these somewhere in my collection that I just recently got. I'm pretty sure. I have a bunch of these Audell's guides, but I didn't have one that was Gardener's and Grower's Guide. So I picked this one up because I love it. Love the format, love the font. 1928. I got gladiolas, dahlias, narcissus, hyacinths. Oh, I love these. They'll make great journaling cards. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, this came in after I did my Nature Lovers drop sale recently. Oh, those are so pretty. or else this probably would have been in there, but nope, I'm happy. I'm happy I picked it up after. Great Stories, Stories of Great Americans. This has got quite a warped cover to it. Just another one of these children's textbooks. Ooh, look at that. I like that. Oh, that's cool. This one is Little Skipper by G. Manville Fenn, given Christmas 1911. This is definitely going to be quite brittle, I can tell already. But these are things that can get scanned in, and I can use the images later. I don't see a copyright, which is interesting. But those are cool. Printed in Bavaria.